Wan looked around in hallway and her gaze went on a guy who was taking out his stuff from locker. Hey, he looked at her with questioning gaze. Where is principal's cabin? Wait. He took out his stuff from locker and locked the door. Come, I'll show you. She nodded her head and walked behind him quietly. Thank you. Welcome. He walked away. She took a deep breath and went inside principal's cabin. Good morning, principal. Morning, and today one new student is going to join you. She is transferred here in mid-semester, so help her in covering chapters and don't trouble her. Wine, introduce yourself. Wine smiled slightly and bow. Hello, I'm Wine. Nice to meet you all. Hope we get along. Have your seat. He went out of classroom and Wine looked around in classroom. She found two seats empty and walked towards one. May I sit here? She asked politely. He took away his bag from empty seat and Wine sat there. Thank you. He didn't say anything and kept his focus on his book. She pouted slightly and roamed her gaze in classroom and she found most of the gaze on her and she got uncomfortable. She again looked at Taehyung and found him engaged in reading book. She wanted to ask him about studies and chapters, but she felt he may not answer her, so she just started scrolling her phone till professor come in classroom. Wine washed her hand and adjusted her hair and dress, and her gaze went on some girls who gathered behind her. She frowned and turned around. Yes, hi, I'm Kia, and these are my friends. Hi. I'm class president, and I have a really good impression in this college between students and professor, okay? And most important, I hate if any girl approach or roam around Taehyung. Wine bit her lower lip and raised her one eyebrow in questioning way. What are you trying to say? I'm saying I'm leaving you today since it's your first day, and you didn't have idea about me and Taehyung, but I don't want to see you around him from tomorrow. Get that? Wine didn't say anything, or else I'll make your college life hell. She started walking towards door but stopped and turned towards Wine, who was still looking at her. And principal is my dad, so you better don't mess with me. She went out of washroom and her friends followed her. Crazy. She sat and turned towards mirror and checked herself and then went out of washroom. Wine sat on an empty seat which was behind Taehyung, and they were sitting alone. She sat and looked around and saw Kia looking at her. She sat and started scrolling her phone and a boy sat beside her. Hi, I'm Jaehyun. You can call me Jae. She looked at him and smiled a little. Hi, I'm Wine. You're so pretty, Wine. Thank you. She started scrolling her phone again. Can we become friends? She looked around after hearing that question. She didn't want to do friendship with him as he was completely stranger for her. Plus, she is not really friendly with boys. Jae, don't worry, you can trust me. And I'm not asking you to date me. I'm just asking for friendship. This is class miss and I'm getting disturbed because of your non-stop talks. He spoke looking at her with his strong gaze. I'm sorry. Why are you saying sorry? If he is getting disturbed, then he will change his seat. He spoke glaring Taehyung and then turned his face towards Wine. Why, you tell me, would you like to be my friend? Let's talk after class. She spoke looking at Taehyung's back. Okay, as you say. Wine came in cafeteria and looked around for a seat. Hey Wine, come here. Wine looked in his direction and saw him waving his hand towards her. He was sitting with his friends. She sat and looked away from him. There is no way she will sit with him and his male friends, who was looking at her weirdly. She saw an empty table in corner and she started walking there, but someone stopped her. Sit here. Huh? Did you see me? He looked at her and nodded his head slightly. Okay, thank you. Hi, I'm Nick, Taehyung's friend. Hi, I'm Mohan. You took admission here in mid-semester? Yeah, some personal reason. Oh, okay, no problem. One smile and start eating. By the way, you are so beautiful. Thank you, and you are also handsome and sweet. Oh, thank you. You are so sweet. One smile. Do you want cold drink? No, she had cold. He spoke before she could even say anything. Huh? How did you know? She sat beside me and she was sneezing a lot. Oh, okay. I'll get a cold drink for me then. He walked away and Wine took a glance of Taehyung and started eating. But she wasn't aware some people didn't like her sitting with Taehyung. Didn't I told you to stay away from Taehyung? One sigh. I didn't went to him. He offered me sit, okay? And if you have problem, then why don't you say him about it? I'm saying you nicely, don't mess with me. And stay away from Taehyung, get that? Wine nodded her head slightly. If I see you with Taehyung again, then you will face consequence. She walked away and Sign rolled her eyes. Every average girl's problem. She can't say boy to stay away from girl, but they will come to girls to say stay away from my man. Stupids. She mumbled to herself and walked towards classroom. Hey, why didn't you came to sit with me? I didn't saw empty seat on your table, that's why. Oh well, what did you thought about our friendship? One blinked her eyes. Man, why this boy is behind me? She scrambled in her mind and smiled awkwardly. I will think. She turned her attention towards her book to avoid him. Okay, I will be waiting for your answer. She didn't say anything. Chocolates? No. It's classroom. Can you both stop talking? You are disturbing others. If you are getting disturbed, then you can move to other seat. And if you want to talk, then you can go out of classroom. We won't talk now. Don't argue. They looked at Wine and sighed slightly. Wine was walking towards empty seat, but someone stopped her. Sit here. Huh? Sit here. Wine looked around. What happened? I said sit here. Wine sigh nodded her head. You can ask politely too instead of ordering. I didn't order you. I just asked you to sit here. Wine gave him a side eye and nodded her head. Well, will you help me in covering chapters? Taehyung nodded his head without any second thought. Okay, great then. Let's study after college. You again sat with him. One sign turned towards her. If you have this much problem in him sitting with me, then why don't you talk to him? Tell him to stay away from me. Or you don't have guts to say this. It triggered Kia and she grabbed Wine's hair. I told you to not mess with me. Then why are you poking me? Huh? Don't you want to have peaceful college life? Wine hissed and tried to remove Kia's hand from her hair, but Kia tightened her grip more. Are you crazy? Leave my hair. Taehyung is mine, so stay away from him. She grabbed Wine's jaw from free hand and Wine hissed loudly. Leave me, you insane girl. And she stomped her foot on Kia's foot. Kia immediately left Wine and started jumping on her one foot as Wine kicked her so hard. What the hell? Crazy. Go and tell him to stay away from me instead of messing with me. And don't take me in easy. She went out of washroom and Kia growled. How dare she? Wine was walking towards classroom while she was adjusting her hair. and her mind was not on way and she bumped with someone. I'm so. What happened to you? Anyway, I was finding you. And why? You are new in this college, so I thought to show you college campus. I have to study, but professor is not in classroom. I took note from Taehyung and I have to note all the previous chapters. Oh, okay. She walked away and Jack kept looking at her. Bro, I don't think she will let you trap her. Jack turned his head towards the boy, and I'm also Jack. Once I say something, then I complete it on any condition. So get ready to have new topic of gossip. What happened to you? Your lover pulled my hair, huh? I looked at Taehyung and he sighed. Sorry. I don't need your sorry, but I'm sorry in advance if I do something someday in anger. Huh? I have bad anger issue, and if someone poke me, then I lose control over myself. So if I your lover in anger someday, then forgive me. Mine spoke with a challenging look, and Taehyung poked his tongue in his cheek. You can do better things than getting involved in fight with others. Mine didn't say anything and took a deep breath. Move a little. Taehyung took a glance of her and Wine sat beside him, and she looked around and saw Kia looking at her with burning eyes. Hi, Wine. Hi. Wine smiled a little. What will you do after lunch? I'll go library. Do you want company? Wine looked at Taehyung. Yeah, I'm new here, so okay, I will join you. And what about your music class? Oh shit, I forgot about that completely. Sorry, Wine. I can't join you. It's okay. She flashed a little smile and focused on eating. Hi. Hi. Jess sat beside her and Wine slid away from him. I saw you here alone, so I thought to give you company. Thanks, but I like studying alone in library. Okay, but you will enjoy my company. Wine didn't say anything and flashed a fake smile and focused on her book. Jess stared her and slid close to her. Can you maintain some distance, please? Okay, but I saw you sitting close to Taehyung. She looked at him. So, if I sat close to him, that means every boy got permission to sit close to me. I didn't mean that, but I want to do friendship with you and you're avoiding me, but you're getting close to that Taehyung. What's so special in him? What are you talking about? And it's library. Can you please stop talking here? Wine focused on her book again and he rolled his eyes while taking a deep breath. Come on, don't show your attitude this much. You know girls for my attention, so what I will do? She spoke irritatingly and Jeff poked his tongue in his left cheek. And I'm not stupid like others. I know you have made a bet to trap me in your fake goodness and play with me and my feelings. Jaz's eyes widened slightly and Wine smirked. So, don't have any chance here. You better stop wasting your time behind me. Jay bit his lower lip and started leaning towards her, but someone grabbed his shoulder. What are you doing? None of your business. Did you forget the lesson I gave you? Jay rolled his eyes and removed Taehyung's hand from his shoulder. Stop interfering in my business. Let's go from here. She took her books and stand up. Stay away from her or else this time consequence will be worse. He held Wine's hand and started walking out of library, but both weren't aware that someone was looking at them with burning eyes. Guess what? They already start getting close to that new girl. I don't think you have any chance, Kia. Taehyung is Kia's. Put that in your head. Thanks. I told you he's not good, then why were you letting him stay around you? I wasn't letting him stay around me, okay? Taehyung nodded his head. Be careful, he's an He will again try to do something. Then you will save me again, right? She spoke while blinking her eyes cutely, and he too blinked his eyes. Let's go in classroom. He grabbed her hand and started walking towards classroom, and she smiled like an idiot. Wine was going towards washroom when someone came in front her. Yes, I don't like when someone go close to Taehyung. Wine sighed, and I have met many girls like hell who got crush on Taehyung and dared to talk to him or go close to him. So Kia clenched her teeth and threw a glass of water on Wine's face, which taken aback her. What the hell? Wine clenched her teeth, but before she could do anything, Kia's two friends hold Wine's hand. Leave me. You will face this type of thing every day now. I will make you regret not listening me. And she threw liquid color on Wine's cloth. Now attend class, baby. She smirked and her friend left Wine's hand. Let's go, girls. Kia and her friends walked away while laughing. Wine wiped her face while looking at Kia's back. Taehyung was taking out his notebook from his bag when someone entered in classroom. He looked to a door and his eyes widened. When? What happened? She was drenched and her clothes were ruined by color. All the students' attention went on her and they started whispering about her. Taehyung got up from his seat and rushed towards her. What happened? Who did this with you? Wen turned her head towards Kia. You told me to not get involved in fights. Huh? He frowned, but his eyes widened when she grabbed his shoulder and pulled him close to her and attached her lips with him. Whole class gasped with their widened eyes. One broke the kiss and smiled. Is this better than fight? Taehyung just blinked his eyes while his cheeks were pink. One looked towards Kia, who was burning in anger. Miss President, I also don't like when I see any girl around my fiancé, but I warned my man to stay away from girls instead of warning girls. Got that? Again, a gasp echoed in classroom, and most of the students' eyes widened. Are you both engaged? Yes, and soon we will marry. Right, Taehyung? She looked at Taehyung, then blinked his eyes and held her hand. Let's go from here. Thanks for the jacket. I told you not to mess with anyone. I didn't mess with anyone. Then what is this? He pointed at her wet hair, which he was drying with his hanky. Your lover threw water and color on me, okay? Will you stop calling her my lover? Then who is that irritating girl? Thanks, I. Leave it and let's go. I'll drop you home. And class? Will you attend class like this? What's wrong in this? She pointed at herself. You know, I hate losing, and that girl did this with me to stop me from attending class. And do you think I will let her win? They looked at her with turned face. Don't look at me like that. See, I'm completely covered in your jacket. You know what? You are too much stubborn. What did you say? She tried to push him away, but he held her both hands. What are you doing? Move away from me. And I love your stubbornness. She blinked her eyes. Move away? You took my first kiss, so anyway, it was mine. Really? Was it yours? He spoke while looking in her eyes and she pouted a little to hide her blushing cheek. Wasn't that mine? She asked cutely, and he blinked. She doesn't really behave like that, but whenever she behaves like that with him, his heartbeat raised. Her cute side is his weakness. Everything is yours. Her heart skipped many beats. He cupped her cheek. And you know I love you so much. He slid his hand around her waist and pulled her close. I know, Mr. Kim, and do you know we are getting late for class? Miss Saw, we are not attending class today. We are going back home. But, he bit her lip. Don't be stubborn, let's go home. Your condition is not to attend class. He held her hand and started walking out of classroom. When Sign walked behind him,